Recently, I've been getting a ton of questions about how I do my hair curly. And I've done videos in the past about this, but the products have kind of changed. And so I wanted to talk about that, my favorite curly hair products. First thing I do want to mention though is that ever since I've been leaving it curly, the reason I've been leaving it curly lately instead of straightening it is because I've been going to the gym a lot more often, and it's a lot easier for me to take a shower, scrunch my hair, and leave it and let it air dry than it is to wash it, wait for it to dry or blow dry it, and then flat iron it. So it's a lot easier just to do this, and it's healthier for my hair. So that's why I've been leaving it curly, and I have had more questions asking about the global keratin treatment that I got a few months ago and asking if it wore away. The answer is no. That treatment is not a straightening treatment. It's simply a taming treatment. So it takes away frizz, it takes away bulkiness, and it makes it so that your hair is easier to manage. It does not straighten your hair. So it was never unable to be curly. It was for a little bit, but that was simply because I bleached it, and bleaching your hair can take away the natural texture of it for a few months. So now the natural texture is back and it's all cute and curly. So hopefully it'll continue to be that way, because curly hair can be kind of a pain and decide not to work some days. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that it'll keep being, because I really like it when it's curly and it actually works. So here's the products I've been using. I was gonna do like a demonstration, but I really don't want to show you my hair wet because the technique is pretty easy to follow. So I'm just gonna show you my favorite products and how I go about this. First of all, wet hair. It's very important for your hair to be really fairly wet, not like dripping down, sopping wet, but not, I had it in a towel for 10 minutes and took it out and it's kind of damp, kind of dry. If it's that way, what'll happen is all of the pieces will be all like separated, stringy, and it's easy to get crunchy and frizzy. Don't want that. You want uniform, pretty curls. So I will get out of the shower, wring my hair out with my hands and kind of put a towel through it really quick and soak up any excess water, but so that it's still pretty wet. And when I do that, I put in my favorite leave-in conditioner, which is from Unite. It is called 7-Second Condition. It's a leave-in detangler, and it is awesome. So I do like 5 sprays all around my head, and then I brush that through, because that is the only time I ever brush my hair. Is actually I brush my hair 2 times. When there's shampoo in it, I brush it through, and then I brush it when I get out of the shower and I put this in it. I do not brush my hair when it's curly, because it'll just take away all of the curls and leave it frizzy. So it's important to brush my hair at least then, because then it'll get out all of the hair that falls out. Because your hair falls out regularly every day. When it's straight, it just falls out and falls to the ground, but when it's curly, it kind of just stays in there. So it's important to actually brush it at some point. So do the leave-in conditioner, brush it through, and then I start on with my favorite curly products. So first thing I do is I use this Botanical Boost from Wavy. This stuff's awesome. This is a really good curl reviver, so if you decide not to wash your hair every day and you want to kind of revive your curls the next day, spraying this in and scrunching it a little bit will bring them back really well. So I like this, so I put it in to begin with. And then I used a kind of cocktail of products. So in the palm of my hand, I'll put a little bit of Living Proof Frizz Styling Cream for wave shaping, curl defining for medium to thick hair. So this one. And then a little bit of the styling treatment for wave shaping, curl defining for thick to coarse hair. I only really need the wave or the medium to thick hair one, but I guess this is the other one I have. So I put more of this, a little bit of this, and then about half a pump of the Unite Shine a Liquid Gloss. This stuff's awesome. It's my favorite serum. So I put those in, I mixed it together, go like this in my hands, and then with one hand, put it all in the back of my hair, come back, rub it together so that it's less on each hand, and then put it through the front. Make sure it's all on the hair, and then I kind of wring my fingers through it, kind of shake out the curls so that it's not just like a uniform blob, and then just scrunch it just like that, just going up you know, grabbing pieces, doing that all around, and then I leave it. Sometimes, though, I need to bust out the big guns, and the big guns are what I like to call a product that works really, really well, a little too well. So there's certain areas of my hair, like on the sides, these like front pieces that are currently pulled back, that don't like to curl very well. I don't know why, but because they're in the front, it's kind of, I need them to curl. The best curls on my hair, unfortunately, are in the back underneath. They are my favorite. They're little ringlets. They're so cute, but it doesn't matter because no one can see them. So sometimes if the front doesn't want to curl, I pull out my favorite, very strong, why won't you stay in curls. This is from Redken. It's called Fresh Curls. It's a spring mousse leave-in anti-frizz activator for lazy curls. So take a little bit of this, rub it in my hands, and then just put it in the places that I need it most, which are on the side right here. Then I take this other Weedad product called, it's Styling Mist. It's a setting and holding spray. So it has it's like a hairspray, but it's not a crazy like helmet head hairspray. And I just go around my head with this while it's still wet and then kind of scrunch a little bit more. And then I don't touch it until it's dry. And when I do this, a lot of the times while it's drying, it definitely gets kind of a little bit of a crunchy look to it. But once it's dry, then I go through and I pull it apart and I scrunch it a little bit more to make it look not crunchy. I don't do this while it's drying because the more you touch your hair while it's drying, if it's curly, the more frizzy it'll get, the more piecey and gross looking, at least for my hair. So I put all these in, scrunch, 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 and then I leave it, and then once it's dry, pull it apart, mess with it, touch it so that it's nice and soft and pretty. So that's all for my curly hair must-haves for me right now. Really liking these products. They're working really well. I go through a lot of different products that I end up liking for curly hair, and then they stop working, and it's just a whole adventure. So if you missed a product, link below, xsparkage.com. I will have a list of all of these products, prices, where you can get them, all of that. So yeah, that's about it. Talk to you later. Bye.